3. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
2 yards, good enough for a first. The Steelers come in with 2 wins on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Pickett. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This is caught by Evans. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great... There he goes, left side. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 21. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Switch it, clear, switch it.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris His third rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Do it again, baby. Do it again.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on first down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And brought in by Braid. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Fournette, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Suckup for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. First and 10, here's Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On the delay, here's Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Pickett now from the gun here. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The safety Antoine Winfield got in there that time. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's a gain of a yard. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Scott Miller. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Jackson on first down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson now. He completes it to Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Here's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And Jackson throwing once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 2nd and 2, Pickett dancing to his left. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Completes it to Miller.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown!
Scotty Miller.
36 yards.
And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Jackson here is going to look to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett flush to his right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Pickett now on first down.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Now Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete to Otten. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw again is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will cut this lead down to 13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
36 yards on the play.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flush to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The offense on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Jackson's throw taken in by Miller. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The end result, 21 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Buccaneers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Point after up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pickett to throw on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Throwing on second and long. Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability. And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, a 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. SOS.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football, and the front.
And he's going to go down again. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. On 4th down, Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bucs, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the